Hi everyone, Edna Kimble, Edna Sells, Century 21 Wright Real Estate, and welcome to today's podcast episode. And it is sweater weather. So basically, it has gotten very, very cold overnight, and we are looking at some really, really low temperatures over the next few weeks. Now, what's unique about Oklahoma and our market, we may have an 86-degree weather, and then we'll have a 26-degree night. And what happens with homes that you are not living in, we have all kinds of problems. So let's kind of chat through some of those. When the temperatures are changing so drastically at this time of the year, especially when they're cold, 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 and then a couple of days of hot, and then swinging back to cold, we have a lot of problems with front doors that swell. And we can't get them open, windows that are sweating. If you're not living in the home, the heat and air is not being regulated because sometimes you choose to turn that off. So these are things that you want to talk to your agent about if you have the property listed as to what is a reasonable setting on the thermostat. And yes, you do need to have that thermostat turned on. I know you don't want to pay some huge, huge bill by not living there, but guys, having a home that is too cold, sometimes colder inside than out, is not a great way to show the home. Also, because of the changes in temperatures, sometimes you're going to see sheetrock crack because the swelling again, and then the where it shrinks back down, the sheetrock is going to crack and the mud and tape is going to come loose, and people are going to start thinking that you have structural problems when it's not really necessarily a structural issue. So what you want to do is look at investing in maybe one of the devices that you can control for your phone. Why is that important? A lot of times, unfortunately, when buyers are in the home with the realtor, they think of something like, oh, I wonder if the heat works really well, and then they crank it up. And if that realtor that is showing the home is not aware and leaves, then you could end up with a really, really huge bill, and it's not a good thing. So maybe investing in what's called like a Nest or a programmable thermostat. What I actually typically tell my clients to do is, if you don't want to go with the technology part of it where you can see what the settings are, then do what I recommend and just have them put a big note over the thermostat saying, please do not touch. If they make an offer on the home, then during the 10-day inspection period, they can check those things out and have a licensed contractor with them, or heat and air person, or even a home inspector. But if you are just hoping that no one touches it, you could end up with a great big bill. And then if you were just leaving it completely turned off, it could actually hurt the showing of the home. And in the long run, it could cost you some repair items such as the sheetrock or the swelling door, that type of thing. Now, let's also talk about frozen pipes. At this time of the year, if your home is vacant, I really recommend, strongly recommend, that you lean into considering having the home winterized. And there's so many different levels of that, everything from shutting the water meter off and putting a lock on it, draining the water heater, and so on and so forth, even putting Freon inside the toilets. And then there's the more easy approach, which is keeping the heaters on, having the faucets drip, also putting in maybe heat tape on the pipes if it's a crawl space, and then on your exterior faucets, some type of winterization on those. Now, most of you think, well, it's never happened before, so I'm not going to worry about it. But how often has the home been vacant in the past? And guys, I can't tell you at this time of the year how many times we show up for a final walkthrough and we walk in and there's water everywhere. So really think about what level of winterization your home may need. Talk to your realtor and see if you're not if the home has never been vacant and you're not familiar with our weather, then reach out to a specialist and kind of see what they're recommending, but don't leave it to chance. In the long run, it could cost you considerably more by just crossing your fingers and hoping that the weather doesn't bring you any surprises. So again, with sweater weather, you want to be prepared for these things, and I hope that you found this helpful. Thanks, everyone.